This is Mario Kart World, and this is my exercise bike. I built an app that allows me to play video games by literally exercising. So whenever I move around in real life, I move around in game. For example, whenever I pedal on my bike, I start driving in Mario Kart, which doesn't sound too bad at first, but after playing online for an hour, I was sweaty. This mod also works with other games like Final Fantasy XIV. Now you can actually RP walk around your favorite zones or housing districts. However, if you feel like taking on a challenge, try playing Elden Ring on an exercise bike. Either way, I'm excited to finally show y'all this exercise app that I made called Joy Cardio. Joy Cardio is a Python-based app that converts your Joy-Cons into exercise controllers to play PC games with. Hey y'all, I'm Lewis, and I finally got around to making this program available for everyone to use. Years ago, I used to make scripts that allowed people to play games like Breath of the Wild or Dark Souls with exercise controls. The idea was to take the control scheme of the exercise game Ring Fit Adventure and mashing it into another game. It was a great idea on paper, but the converters you need to run these mods cost so much money. So I decided to make this app to hopefully make this easier for everyone else to try out. Also, I'm not kidding you when I say this, but I only play Mario Kart World when I'm on an exercise bike. It's so much fun that I can't play the game normally anymore, and now I have a really good excuse to why I'm bad at the game. The way that Joy Cardio works is really simple. Using a leg strap and a Joy-Con, the program can detect your movement with the onboard accelerometer. Once Joy Cardio detects movement above a certain threshold, it sends the W key input into the game. The program will have more features in the future, but this is how it works for version 0.1. And all you need for this to work is just a pair of Nintendo Switch 1 Joy-Cons and a Joy-Con leg strap. Oh, and you need a Bluetooth adapter to connect your Joy-Cons to your PC, but most PCs and laptops have that, so you should be fine. But before we jump into the tutorial section, I do need to remind everyone something really important. For those who don't know, I'm just a dude in a cowboy hat. Not a billion-dollar company. There will be issues and bugs with the app, so please just bear with me. If there are any problems with Joy Cardio, please let me know in the comments below or DM me on Blue Sky. Okay, so let's get started on how to set up Joy Cardio for your future gaming sessions. First, you need to download Joy Cardio from my website, controllerbending.com. The link to that should be in the description below, but you should be able to find it on Google easily. However, before you open up Joy Cardio, make sure to do this very important step next. Joy Cardio will not work unless you do this step and confirm that you have done this step. So before even starting the app, make sure both your Joy-Cons are connected to your PC via Bluetooth. In order to do this, first locate the sync button on each Joy-Con. It should be the small middle button on the side of each Joy-Con. Press and hold the sync button until the Joy-Cons start lighting up. Once it has started syncing, go into your Bluetooth menu on your PC and click on Add Device. Add both the Joy-Con L and the Joy-Con R. If everything works out, you should see both Joy-Cons under your list of devices. And also, the Joy-Cons should have a solid light showing that they have paired with your PC. Sometimes the Joy-Cons lights will still be blinking, but as long as they show up on your PC, you should be fine. If you want to double confirm that this is working, open up the Gamepad Viewer website on your web browser. If you start pressing buttons on each of the Joy-Cons and it starts lighting up buttons on the controller in the web page, you're good to go. Up next, put the left Joy-Con into the leg strap and then attach the leg strap onto your leg. Now that your Joy-Cons are connected, you can finally start the Joy Cardio app. The UI is pretty basic and that will be fixed in a future patch, but as long as the app is open, you are ready to go. You'll automatically start out in the exercise bike mode, which means the program will be looking for pedaling motions. Joy Cardio will immediately start sending inputs once it detects your movement, so make sure your game is ready for that. If you have a treadmill or you want to walk around in place, click on the Using Treadmill button. In the treadmill mode, Joy Cardio will start looking for walking motions. On the right side of the app, you'll see an exercise level panel where you can control how hard you want to work out. The higher the level is, the more you have to run or bike to keep your character moving in game. The default level is 4, and I've yet to try any level past that, so good luck to y'all who end up trying out the higher levels. And that's pretty much everything on how to use Joy Cardio. It's a really simple program that does a really simple output. And as of right now, Joy Cardio only works with PC games, but that leads us straight into the FAQ section of this video. So on the topic of this app only working on PC, let's start off with the first question. Does Joy Cardio work on Mac or Linux? Unfortunately, no, but that's mostly because I don't have a Mac or Linux to even test it on. Does Joy Cardio work on consoles? Yes, but in a really complicated way. At the beginning of this video, you saw me play Mario Kart with my exercise bike. Now you can use your imagination to figure out how to play Mario Kart on PC. And since you can play PC games with Joy Cardio, the process works out just fine. However, I was playing Mario Kart World, a Switch 2 exclusive. And as of right now, there are no imagination techniques to play that game outside of the Switch 2. The way that I was doing this was by using an input converter to transfer my PC inputs into my Switch 2. Joy Cardio will activate the W key into the input converter, and the input converter will convert that into an A button press. The only problem that I have is that I don't feel comfortable recommending these very expensive converters in the current economic state. If you're still interested in using Joy Cardio on console, send me a DM and I'll point you in the right direction. The next question is, will third-party Joy-Cons work with Joy Cardio? I want to say no, but that's mostly because I don't own any third-party Switch controllers, but if it does work, let me know. Oh, also, Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons do not work with the program as of now. That is something I want to implement in a future patch whenever I get around to it. Speaking of future patches, here's the last question. What are some of the future features planned for Joy Cardio? So by version 1.0, I want the following to be done. I want the program to fully emulate an Xbox controller. Right now it's emulating a keyboard, and I feel like a controller would be way better for PC games. A fully functional boxing mode. It was surprisingly easy to figure out how to activate buttons with punching motions once I started this project. The UI to be cleaned up and more presentable. And last but not least, add accessibility features and modes to Joy Cardio. The topic of accessibility in the field of fitness is a huge blind spot for me. And for me personally, I want to make sure that everyone at least has a chance to try this mod out. So if you have any information to help me add accessibility features to this app, please let me know. Joy Cardio is in super beta, so whenever I make any updates, I'll make sure to post it on the Controller Bending website. However, I am still really excited to finally let y'all use Joy Cardio, and I can't wait to see what y'all do with it. On my side, I'll actually be starting a Final Fantasy XIV walking group. This is where on some day during the week, we all get together and literally walk around the world while chatting it up on Discord or something. But first, I need to finish a controller that I'm super behind on. So until then, if y'all have any questions, y'all already know where to hit me up. Stay safe out there, and hopefully I'll catch y'all soon. Bye!